So let's try something different.
Traptendo.
What is going on, guys? So I definitely wanted to talk about the music theory behind Mac Miller's Good News, and it is a very palatable song. It has a different type of song structure that a lot of people are not used to on this channel. So for those who don't know, I like to do music theory breakdown videos and then try to put my spin on it and show you how you can put your own sauce on it and give you different tips and tricks. But Mac Miller, unfortunately, is not with us anymore, so I want to take time to say rest in power to my brother Mac Miller, and he died at the age of 26 in 2018, and it has been very unfortunate for a lot of people that are music lovers because he had a talent level that exceeded a lot of artists this day and age. Unfortunately, I'm talking about as far as this generation. I'm not talking about a lot of people way back in the past. But other than that, though, I definitely think he brought a lot to the table that very few artists in the industry right now do. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. I know that hot take might make you mad. Leave a comment below. I definitely want to hear from you guys of somebody you think is on the level of Mac Miller, and let's do that. So everything that I use in this video will be linked in the description box, and that will include an FLP zip so you can play with for educational purposes only, so you can, come up with some pretty cool stuff and learn some concepts that we're going to talk about right now. So I'm going to start by talking about the main progression. You'll see that the root note itself is a B unison, so I'm going to go ahead and play it a little longer than normal so you can see it. B unison, and then it's an E unison, but if I play the first chord, it's an E major. So that's a really interesting scale altogether, and you'll see once I start playing the progression like how it is in the track here, or at least as good as I can do, because I really don't know how to play it that well. And it's a 90 BPM track, or at least around in that tempo. And it's really up tempo for the matter of the vibe. And it really matters because if I was to go on, I'm going to go ahead and just press start right here so it can detect the chords. And we're going to play it again. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the notes here. E major, B major. So that's interesting, right? Two majors in a row. You don't normally get that. And then a major. So that's three. And then if I play this right here, we got to diminish. Okay, good. Whew, I didn't mess that up. So E flat diminished right here, because this is a flat because we're descending. So when you think about like flats and sharps, the differences is that sharps are ascending, meaning they go up, and flats are descending. At least that's theoretically, that's how it's explained, to be simple. There's a lot more to it. And then we have a G flat minor. So yeah, it's a really interesting progression here. So E major scale, but there's a lot you could do with the E major scale altogether, and you'll learn more about that once you start doing more playing of different instruments and stuff like that. Very common progression, but the way it's done in this song is pretty cool. So let's start from right here, from what will be a F minor just by all itself, but it is a G flat minor in this progression. And we're going to add something else. We're going to descend. So as you can see, it has some versatility to it too as well. So it's a really good progression to learn music theory wise. E major can lead to a lot here. Oh no, first, before I do that, let's talk about the drums. I forgot about the drums, which are pretty simple. They're pretty simple drums. I went on ahead and programmed the drums. And it has a lot to do with something like disco, techno, and all that. But this is hip hop that we're talking about. Hip hop with an alternative vibe to it. So if I was to turn up the BPM to like 126, I'm just using something random. It has a more of a house vibe. But those that simplified drums actually allows the melody to breathe. So that's important that you know that. When you go with a more simpler melody or chord progression, really simple, like whole notes or something like that, instead of like quarter notes, you can add a little bit more to the drums. You'll notice that a lot if you listen to heavy metal or dark metal or anything that has like guitars that might be playing power chords or something like that. You'll understand that the drummer can get some nasty feels in there. The vibe is a little different with the drums, so that's important that you understand how drums work. Also, the drums snap a little bit more, so to emulate that, of course, I will dial in the volume envelope and make the drum snap a little bit more because it's really easy. Tighten the hold right there. The drums in itself are real drums, and how a real drummer would accomplish that is he will actually use like a wallet. Yes, like a wallet that holds your IDs, your money, or whatever, and put that on top of his snare to make the drum tighter. And that will emulate an envelope, much like how it is on this screen right now. There are other ways you could do that. Of course, since I make a lot of my drums from scratch, what I use is this right here. This is one I haven't opened, which is a big fat snare drum. You can put this on top of anything. This is not sponsored or anything. This is something for people that, go a little beyond the production needs. And, you can do that. I do have drums, by the way. I just don't play the drums. I just sample them. So let's begin the creative process. I don't know what I'm going to play, but I'm probably going to play some type of progression. Let's just try something. Now I'm going to mix it down. Hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to play the whole track. So tell me how you feel about this video. I definitely enjoyed doing this. It was a great deep dive. I think that a lot of the research that I did on Mac Miller was well and deserved. I think he is a very talented artist, and I think a lot of you guys can learn from it, even if you're just a trap head. A lot of the music theory that was in this video could be used in different note styles and notations or all that, so you can bring something more emotional, happier to what music is today, and actually open up a greater vibe. And I do recommend that a lot of you guys actually go out there and just try to play different instruments as well, because it will open your mind up to a whole bunch of things that weren't opportunities for you in the first place, and it will help you separate yourself from a lot of the riffraff that is out here. So do that. Let me know how you feel.